Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrea and this is Beauty with Andy. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today is another look with the 7 days, 7 looks, 7 palettes. Pretty random chose 5 for me and I chose 2. It is a little bit later than I planned going up. I've not really been in the right frame of mind the last, well, I would say the last week, but especially to film in the last like 2 or 3 days. So it is later than I imagined. So that just means I'll be carrying out the Shop My Stash for a little bit longer. You will see all 7 looks, and today I brought out the Huda Beauty Gemstone Obsessions. I just hope this works. If you've watched my Shop My Stash video, you'll know this one came broken to me, so it looks a little bit of a hot mess. Today though, I want to use one of the shadows that isn't broken, this green, and maybe this like duochrome, I think it's like a pinky white. So yeah, I mean, I had to repress it again whilst I was doing that Shop My Stash. I'm going to have to keep it flat in a drawer like that somewhere, just like that, to stop it from breaking all the time. I keep repressing it and nothing seems to work. In the end, I might just have to kind of take the 5 eyeshadows out that are a hot mess and just keep the 4. Like this green didn't come broken, this one didn't come broken, this purple didn't come broken, and neither did this one. But I do want to try the rest of the shades in it at least once. So yeah, we'll probably keep this in for another week actually. Right, so it's a companion palette, so it doesn't actually come with any like crease shades. This one is also in the 7 days, 7 looks, 7 palettes. It's a BH Cosmetics Desert Oasis, and you only really get 2 crease shades in here. You don't get that many mattes. So Canyon is the lightest, which is this one here. I'll have to dip my brush into it ever so slightly because I don't want a lot of colour in the crease. And then you get June, which is a lot darker, and then you get Night Skirt. Is it Night Skirt or Nightscape? Nightscape. Night Skirt. I thought I was going mad then. Yeah. So, oh no, actually, you get Sand. Oh. That one's just more for like all over the lid shade, so we can use that all over the lid, so all is not bad. I'm just going to run this through the colour switch. Right, so we're going to go in with Sand first. Let's zoom in. I'm looking all blurry. Oh, that's better, I think. And I've not really used this palette too much since I bought it last year, so I am glad that Pretty Random pulled it out for me. See, the thing is, I just look blurry. What about bringing it closer? Yeah, if I bring it closer I don't look as blurry. The thing is, I'll zoom out a bit. Yeah, I wouldn't have pulled any of these palettes, so I'm glad that Pretty Random has for me. Right, so now I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques brush that I love, or have been loving recently. I go through phases with brushes. Is anyone else like that? Right, so we're going to go in ever so slightly with Canyon, and it needs to be just basically a tap. And if I need more, then I can go in with more. Even that's pigmented. So I've changed all my eyeshadow collection around now. My smaller palettes are in one of my drawers in my chest of drawers where I keep all my makeup. That is in my Shop My Stash video that's on the channel now. I'll link it so you can go and check it out. It is right at the end, so if you're into collection videos only, you can just go to the end and have a look on how I've organised everything. I didn't show you though how I organise like my other compartments, my other makeup, because I have reorganised that as well. I forgot to show you that, which, duh. I'll have to show you, I don't know, in the next Shop My Stash maybe. Right, so that is just a really nice light shade. That's how I wanted it. But yeah, I did show you like my smaller palettes, and I showed you obviously how I'm doing my Shop My Stash videos now. I'm doing it, don't know why I keep saying I'm using a beauty box now rather than an everyday makeup drawer. I find it easier, and it's just so easy to see everything. Like when I had the drawer in my vanity, I got overwhelmed with it. So yeah, I do prefer it that way. The only thing that can't fit in, but I never had my palettes in my everyday makeup drawer anyway, is palettes. I always had a separate place for them, but I have a separate place now. I have a palette holder, which you will also see in the Shop My Stash video, because that's new, kind of. I bought it ages ago, but yeah, it's kind of new to how I store things. So we're going to go in with sand again, just on the brow bone. Have I gone in with the wrong thing? Don't think so. I panicked then. I thought I'd gone in with Moonscape, this one here, which is a highlighter. No, I've definitely not gone in with that. YouTube notifications. Right, I think we're finished with that palette. I think we're going to go in with the green. And I will be testing this a lot more. But for now, for today, I think the green and maybe this pearlescent shade here. I'm sure it's a duochrome. Seem to have lost my brush, but I'm just going to use this one. This one is just as good as from one of the Urban Decay palettes. I think it came out of the basics. The ultimate basics, should I say, not the basics. Yeah, so we're just going to go in with this green all over the lid. I'm going to put it on the bed because if I drop it on the floor, it's just going to shatter. And then we'll put some on the eyelid. It's not that pigmented right off the bat, but I don't mind the build. Don't mind building a shadow up, so maybe just hold it and look at this mirror. It's got some plastic on it. I'll take that off. That would help, wouldn't it? I don't like to remove the plastic because when I'm showing you these shades, it normally gets in the way. As per usual, it decided to go on me, the battery. Okay, so hooded eyes. Oh god, I hate them. Always ends up at the top. Right, so let's go back in with a little bit more of this green. Right off the bat, it's not as pigmented as I would have hoped for. But like I said, I don't mind spraying it to make it more pigmented. They're very, very soft, these eyeshadows, and I think that's why it broke. I don't think the palette was mistreated in any way like I originally thought. I thought it might have been down to the couriers, or it's not necessarily down to them all the time, it could have been down to the warehouse people as well. Right, let's spray it. Yeah, so I've had a bad week, guys. That's why I've not been filming that much. Even though just now I filmed a Too-Faced video not so long ago, and I accidentally put it up just now. So you would have got like 2 videos in the space of like kind of 3 hours, 4 hours. So I am sorry about that. I was getting ready for it to schedule for the 16th, and I must have just pressed public. So that was clever of me, wasn't it? It's definitely looking more foiled, which you would hope anyway, wouldn't you, if you like putting setting spray on, but it doesn't always happen. Right, so now then, I'm gonna wipe that off, and I'm gonna try and find a smaller brush just to do the inner corners. Yes, I managed to find one. This one is the Real Techniques Detailer brush. Let's just run that through the colour switch. Oh, that's pretty though. It's definitely got a shift. Reminds me of the one from the Juvia's Place palette, the Deuce Tight. It reminds me of that a little bit. I wouldn't mind actually using this one all over the eyelid to see it, because it looks like it's got a bit of a green shift. Looks like it's pink and then it's got a green shift, like a mint green shift. Yeah, so that's real pretty. Now I'm going to go back in with the BH Cosmetics Oasis palette, just for under the lash line with that same shade. Yes, so we're going back in with Canyon, and it really doesn't matter if I go in a bit heavy handed with this one, just because it's just for the lash line. I'm going to try and put it up into the outer V. Sorry, that's in your way. I've had a bit of fallout. It always seems to be worse on the right eye. Like, it's like I go in heavy handed on this eye and not so heavy handed on this eye. Right, so that's what it's looking like. I really do like that green, but that's no surprise because green's one of my favourite colours to use. Okay, so let me get the eyeliner and mascara. So now we're just going to tie line, and I'm just using this Too Faced Love eyeliner. And then we're going to be using the Essence I Heart Extreme Crazy Volume Mascara. It's in Ultra Black, and it really is a good mascara, this, guys. If you're looking for a drugstore mascara, Essence do some of the best. I really like the Lash Princess one, the original one. I didn't like the waterproof one so much. I just didn't like it. And I think they've got a volume one that I haven't tried. So yeah, I would definitely say check out the drugstore. You don't have to spend an absolute fortune Oh, it's watering. You don't have to spend an absolute fortune on mascara. I once won a Galan one in a competition. Never would I pay them kind of prices for just a mascara that kind of doesn't, you don't get, it kind of runs out before you can use it all, so you don't get your money's worth. There's Dior and Chanel and, you know, lots of other high-end brands as well that do mascara. I would never ever dream of spending £20–25 on a mascara. No way. Just because if I'm buying a mascara, I tend to go to Benefit and I'll get like a travel size, a mini travel deluxe size of like the roller lash or something like that, and even that's £12, £12.99. That's me treating myself. I wouldn't get a mascara from them for full price. It's just too expensive. So that's why I like mascaras like this. This one only cost £3, which is really good value. And if it runs out in 3 months, then I'm not really that bothered. It says you can keep it for 6 months, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, you can keep it for 6 months. And it says it's mascara for extreme and crazy volume, ultra black. It says it's been tested to make sure that it's eye safe, which is another bonus. What else does it say? Nothing really, it's just that. But yeah, I feel like that one is a really good mascara. What I normally do is put one coat on, then go and get a lipstick, and then once I've done that I'll put another coat on just to make them even longer. So I'm going to choose the lipstick now. I'll be back shortly. Right, let me take the oil off. I'm wearing Technique's lip oil. You just want to make sure it's all off. So I've got this one, it's a Christian Dior, and it's Rouge Dior in Rouge Blossom. So let's just pop a bit on. I've not worn this, I think, since spring. So this is one of the lipsticks that Pretty Random chose out. Right, so this is what we're looking like. So I just need to do one more coat of the mascara and then I can show you the overall look. I think this kind of look makes it look like I've done more than I actually have. It's only literally 3 colours. 2 shimmers and 1 matte. And then obviously the same matte on the lash line. Darn it. Got mascara on my fingers. Well, at least we can tell that it's still in date. It's still really wet. Let's see if I can wipe it off. Okay, so this concludes the look, guys. So this is what we're looking like. It's just a really nice colourful look, I think. It looks like this palette. If you can get it at your local TK Maxx, I would be very wary about it. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to come to you broken, but mine did, and it was 5 out of the 9 eyeshadows that came broken. I was really disappointed. But TK Maxx, the customer service there is really good, and they gave me my money back and obviously told me to keep the palette. That happens in a lot of other countries. It doesn't normally happen in the UK. They normally quibble about you sending it back, or that has been my experience. So I was really pleased that she said you keep it or bin it, you know, you don't need to send it back to us. But at worst I could use the 4 eyeshadows and just put like these 5 eyeshadows in the bin, which would be a shame, just purely because they're such nice eyeshadows. They're like really nice dual toned. So yeah, I'm going to try and work with it, and if I can't, the ones that I can't work with, I'll just declutter from this actual palette. Again, it's really such a shame. It is a beautiful palette. I do like this green here and this like pinky transformative mint green shade. It's really beautiful. It will be going away now. I'm hoping to use it again in the next week. So yeah guys, this concludes the look. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel. I would much appreciate it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.